These are the 6 biggest mistakes players make in Battlebit, and they make the difference between victory and defeat. In this video, I'll explain each mistake in detail, why it hurts you and your team, and how to avoid making it. If this guide helps you, please subscribe to see more of my Battlebit guides in the future. Mistake number 1. Players don't know how to use cover properly. There's no worse thing than watching your teammate crab walk in the open and start lighting up with his rifle. Seconds later, he's down on the floor asking you to revive him. If you do, you're gonna be put in danger and both of you could die. Don't be that guy. Know how to use cover. Cover can be literally anything that provides either a physical barrier blocking bullets from entering your blocky body, or a visual barrier blocking enemy vision of you. Place as much of your body behind cover as you can while firing, to minimize the exposed surface area enemies have to aim at. This will also make you less likely to be spotted. The amount of time you're exposing yourself is also crucial. When running between cover, minimize the amount of time you're in the open by moving short distances between different covers. When shooting your gun, expose yourself and fire in short bursts. Pay attention to enemy bullet traces and scope glint. If you see either of these, get down and change locations before you get killed. A cool feature in Battlebit is that you can actually build your own cover. So whether you're attacking or defending a position, make use of this feature and build something for your team to hide behind. This will improve your survival rate and give teammates some cover to revive you if you get downed. Mistake number 2. Players don't know how to utilize the dragging feature enough. It's great that you're reviving your teammates, but please always drag them first to safety. If you don't do this, you're doing more harm than good. Reviving a teammate in an open location has a high chance of getting both of you killed. If a medic is nearby, drag your teammate to them and let the medic help him. Medics have twice as much revive speed, and can also heal them to full health afterward. Things don't always go to plan though. Sometimes your teammates die, and you can't drag them safely without being shot at. In this case, it's okay to go prone and revive them from cover. They have a chance to escape safely, without risking your own life. An extension of this tip is that you can also drag enemies to prevent them from being revived by their team. Mistake number 3. Players overextend themselves trying to secure the kill. Getting kills is great. You raise your KD and feel good about yourself. But know not to overcommit. This may sound counterintuitive, but your number 1 goal in Battlebit is not to get the most kills you can. Instead, what you should be doing is ensuring your survival as long as possible per life, while also shooting the enemy. You don't have to finish every kill you start. If getting a kill costs your life, it's not worth it. Both teams lose the ticket, and you didn't accomplish anything. You must realize that when you start opening fire, enemies will start looking for you to return fire. You can't stand there dumping out your whole magazine. Get as much damage done to the enemy before your cover is blown, and then hide. There are also great ways to get kills without exposing yourself to danger. Grenades are a great way to avoid overcommitting. You can throw them in an arc without exposing yourself to gunfire, and you can even get multiple kills at the same time if you're lucky. The Recon's drone is another good method. All you have to do is add some explosives to your drone, and then you can deliver an explosive birthday surprise to the enemies. Mistake number 4. Players don't think about the big picture when playing the game. This is a thing you have to get a feel for over time, but I'll highlight a few important examples. So you're hiding behind cover. Before you get out and start shooting, ask yourself, is my position compromised? How do you know this? A few things. If your teammates have been shooting from this position, then yes, you're compromised. If enemies have shot at you at this position, then yes, you're compromised. If teammates have been coming or going towards you, then maybe. If none of these things, then you're probably okay. The less compromised your position is, the more time you can shoot before you'll be returned on. Use your best judgment how long you can get out of cover and open fire. Also think, if you die, how many teammates are available to revive you? Are there any medics nearby? Does reviving you put them at risk? If you're leading a charge, are teammates behind you covering your back? If you're at the back, are you checking the flanks and covering your teammates rushing ahead? These are just a few of the important questions you should always be thinking yourself in your head. Smart positioning and situational awareness are equally, if not more important, than just good aim. Mistake number 5. Players don't use vehicles to help their team. Vehicles are a safe spot for allies to spawn in, an armored unit that can lead strategic movements. Please don't park yourself at a distance and take pot shots to farm kills. Each team has a small number of vehicles, and while you can camp in one to farm your kills, this hurts the rest of your team. Instead, a good vehicle driver will drop off allies and provide mobile cover. You can act as a distraction and focus enemies on you, protecting your vulnerable infantry. As a tank, destroy the enemy team's cover in heavy vehicles. Piloting a vehicle is a great way to make a large impact more than you can as infantry, as long as you play with the team. A lone vehicle playing by itself can't make much impact, and you'll likely die from being flanked by enemy engineers. By sticking with your team, they can cover you from the rear, while you push ahead. Mistake number 6. Oh boy, this is a bad one. Players use the flashlight attachment. The flashlight is one of the first unlocks you get after buying the game, and I also fell into this noob trap. But after a few hours, I realized how bad using this was. It's a total recipe for disaster. Attaching a flashlight to your gun violates everything we have learned in this video about using cover and strategy. Before you've even finished aiming your gun at the enemy, they've already spotted the giant beacon shining from your gun and are spraying you down. Now, whenever I see a player running with a bright beam, I know he's a newbie. You might be tempted to use this on night maps, but for those you have night vision goggles. Do yourself a favor and your team. If you take away one thing from this guide, do not use the flashlight.